Hi, welcome back to my channel, Mark and Marcus. Today I'd like to talk about some very important subjects. Um, One of them is about what's going on in the country right now. I am extremely worried about what we're seeing now happening in our country. And some of these subjects I'd like to talk to about is about every great empire. I was looking a little bit at history and listening to some videos of history, and I wasn't particularly concerned about the great empires such as the Roman Empire, the Aztec Empire, the Mayan Empire, and how quickly they fell. Um, it's really kind of showing if that history does repeat itself, how vulnerable we really are. And I see that some of the countries, obviously we were in a arms race with some of our biggest nuclear countries, Russia, China, North Korea, and we had it kind of under control for a while, but now it's gotten out of control. And I know the Chinese have been advancing their nuclear capabilities, as well as North Korea. I think now I saw recently that Putin had gone to North Korea. He was actually, I think he was trying to convince them to buy some weapons uh, from North Korea that he's would use in the Ukrainian war. Um, it's really nerve-wracking to see that at one time, we were all kind of like, okay, and now we're just out of control. And we see the war in Israel and the immigration situation here in the U.S. is out of control. We have people coming over into our country. We really don't know who they are. A lot of Chinese nationals, young, military age, and I would imagine they're not here for the best interests of our country, that's for sure. And the same thing, and just in general, the illegal alien situation is that Venezuela, which is not very friendly to us, and we're not very friendly to them, has opened up their prisons and have not sent their best to our country. I understand that we're a country of immigrants, but really the left has really gotten out of control. I mean, the Democrats just leaving the border open like this is making us very vulnerable. I've seen we've seen the crime increase. We've seen all these sanctuary cities that have been struggling to house these immigrants that are coming in, and the money that's being spent. I saw a condominium, a huge abandoned project in Los Angeles that was a multi-million dollar project that they're actually going to house illegal immigrants there. Uh, I think that the agenda of the left is basically to have all these people come into our country, make them eligible to vote, and to be the only party that we're going to have in this country. So it's a very serious situation. I think that this election coming up in November is probably going to be the most important election in the history of our country, and we're a young country. Um, I see that the younger generations in this country don't really understand and appreciate what we have here. I think that you can see even in our military, the military now is the government's considering bringing back the draft, which we didn't have for quite a while. I can understand why, most of the military personnel that were warriors are warriors that were killed in the Vietnam War, in the Iran-Iraq War, uh, during Afghanistan, were all like middle class and lower middle class whites, which the left considers, I would say, white supremacists. Uh, it's just an agenda that I see that it's not very beneficial to our country. Uh, the wokeness that the military has become, uh, I can see why people don't want to join the military, any of the branches for that matter, and we're also not very respected as we were previously. I think our leadership has demonstrated that we are not who we used to be. After I think post World War II, where people felt a little bit more secure. There was some. We were very, very strong, looked upon as the superpower, and basically it was a little bit calmer in the world. Um, Now what we see is just a lot of chaos. Uh, we're not really up to being the America that we were, and it's very, very scary. It's very, very scary. I just think that we see we see that politicians here, career politicians, are not doing what they should be doing in the best interest of our country. I think we can see that in the policies since I believe since Obama. Really, I think we just have the same people carried over from the Obama administration that are running the country now, and they're not very good at what they're doing. They're really destroying our country. I see that. I saw the other day we had we had several women that were murdered and some children that were murdered by illegal immigrants, and Mayorkas wasn't even able to mention that young lady Patty Morin, that was a mother of five that was murdered. I mean, it's like a disgrace. It's like I can't believe that they didn't reach out to the family. I know Trump did contact them, the family, and I think you know as much as people hate Trump, they might not like his personality. I wasn't a big fan of his personality in the beginning either, but I truly believe that he does love this country, he does care about this country, and he sees the direction that the country is headed, and it's not a very good direction. So I know our family in the past have been Democrats. We're not anymore. We definitely overall look at the status of the country, everything from the economy. I mean, God, I went to the supermarket the other day. I bought a bag of cherries. It was $10 for a bag of cherries. I said to myself, God, what has happened to us? Gasoline prices, and just in general, food prices. Go to the supermarket, and I'm like, it's like sticker shock. It's unbelievable. Uh, you know, then we have these people on the left saying we shouldn't eat meat. Uh, I mean, crazy things. We were like energy independent. We were like the number one. We were exporting energy actually, and now we have to depend on other countries. We borrow billions and billions of dollars, and I don't know if we'll ever have a balanced budget in this country. I doubt it very much. Um, the the left wants all these illegals to be able to vote. I mean, I can't even imagine. This is a subject that really needs to be addressed. I believe that every American that is going to vote, and only Americans should be able to vote for the presidency, especially the presidency, of course, has to show an ID. They must show an ID. I don't care who, what, where, you have to show an ID. And I also believe that that particular day, there shouldn't be any pre-voting absentee ballots. I think that if it's an absentee ballot, you absolutely have to show some kind of proof that you are that person, that American citizen. I also believe that the day of the election, okay, should be a day that everyone gets off. It's very, very important. This is like the most important day for the country, and I believe you should have that day off and be able to vote, or at least a half a day off. And I believe that's extremely, extremely important. Also, I believe that some of the decisions that are being made in Washington in regard to, I know that a lot of people are talking about digital currency. Now, I'm a little bit worried about digital currency, and I'll tell you why. I just think it's another tool to kind of control people. If they're not going to have an actual currency and everything is going to be monitored through a central bank, that it's extremely, extremely dangerous. I mean, we have enough problems with the government, weaponizing the DOJ and the FBI, and on top of that, we don't need, and we have the government's probably monitoring our messages on our cell phones, like Snowden had indicated before he was a whistleblower and went to Russia. And I think that probably our computer systems too, obviously, are being monitored. And now, especially when we have going on with the technology of AI, AI is going to change this whole picture in this country. Let me tell you, I mean, there are going to be some positive things about AI. It's going to be probably very beneficial in medical, I believe, but also I think it has a dark side, a very dark side, and we should be extremely, extremely cautious what's going to go on with AI. And it's just, I want to tell everybody that, just please, 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 please vote. And the future of our country is really in our hands. And I hope that the left is going to have an honest, we'll have an honest election coming up. And I pray that everything will be good for our country and the population. I saw also something that was very disturbing. I saw there was a couple in, actually it was I believe it was a pastor in Massachusetts that had adopted several children, and there was a newborn that was up for adoption, and they had found out something about their religious beliefs. They were Christians. That the agencies that were handling the adoptions found out, and they said, you know what, we're not going to let you adopt this child. We're not going to let you adopt any children. And they had a perfect record of I mean, there was no more better ideal parents for being forced to parents than this couple. And the state said, no, you absolutely cannot because of your religious beliefs. And I thought that was terrible. I mean, I'm not a very religious person, but I do believe that it does create a stable environment when people believe in God. And I believe that you have the right to practice any religion you like. But when the government steps in and persecutes you because of your religion, that's starting to get a little bit worrisome. So please, please, just vote on November, this coming November, and vote with your heart, and vote. Hopefully we'll be okay in the future. Okay. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.